It's the Hip Hop School,
It's that time.
Past and Present podcast.
It's that time.
All regions stand up.
On your feet.
North, South,
Everywhere.
East,
Where you at?
and West,
Huh?
Midwest.
You
Where you
know
at?
the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Be grown in the crime called Prima Fur and Deja Rude, child. Get out your feelings, you get booed at the hip hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. You can't be mad cause you got swag and easy cool. Bitch. Your motherfucking problem, knowledge rule at the hip hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Can't look like that cause mental son got artifacts. The truth is cruel, but that's just fuel at the hip hop school.
Past and present.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. I am the Asia, the assistant principal. Down below you have Supreme Ra, the principal, and next to me you have Heezy, the dean of all things hip hop. How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Oh, good, man. You know me. Happy to be here. Let's get
Yes,
this
man.
show rolling.
Yes, man.
Yes, indeed. Tonight we're going to have a really, really good show. We're going to be talking about some trending topics, and we will also be talking about the connection of, is there a connection to hip hop and some of the violence that we have been seeing worldwide. So before we do that, like we do each and every week, we start off with a hip hop trivia question. Mm-hmm. This week's hip hop trivia question is brought to you by our sponsors, Supreme's Pull Up, Art by Chung G, the Uhuru Academy, Lit and Leisure Travel, and the Death of the Asia. This week's hip hop trivia question is, which hip hop artist shot his older brother when he was 12? Again, which hip hop artist shot his older brother when he was 12? Y'all try to answer that throughout the duration of the show. At the end, we will reveal the answer. With that being said, class is in session.
Yeah, I don't know that one. That's good trivia
That's
there.
a real good one. I think I have an idea. I really think I have an idea. I'm gonna dig deep in my bag on that one. I think I got an idea of who that is. Supreme came up with that, huh?
Yeah, Spring came up with that one. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? He's been doing really good lately with the trivial questions. You know, at first when he started doing the trivia questions, it was questionable if he knew the answer to his own trivia questions.
Well, it was too complex, so I had to simplify a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so if y'all in the comments, y'all know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Drop down and see if y'all can answer that question.
Let us know. Y'all know y'all hip hop trivia. So we're gonna jump this thing off starting with Meek Mills. He was on the internet crying once again. He cried on his music, he cried on the internet. He's just a fistful of tears. Meek Mill, he made a post and he said, well, he can't say anything on social media because anytime he say something on social media, his stuff get misconstrued and people are trying to push a narrative to make him look crazy. In my opinion, people can only push what you're giving them. So if they're putting out what you have been, displaying, then crazy is as crazy does, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, that's Meek Mills, man. Like he said, pretty much. Anytime he say something, it's always some old crazy shit, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, that's you. You the one saying all that shit, putting all that shit out there. You the one on video, hugged up and Bonnie hopping with these white, you know what I'm saying? So I think he deserves all the smoke that he get. That's my opinion.
Man, a lot of these artists is really struggling with social media, man.
Right.
It's really getting bad, man. People got to realize, man, I was having a discussion with somebody on Facebook, and I'm like, man, you can't control what nobody think, with how they feel, what they say on social media. You just can't do it. It's impossible. Yeah. So, man, you might as well start wasting your time trying to tell people what to do, what to think, and just focus on your immediate circle and the people you fuck with and go on about your business. All this whole mass understanding amongst motherfuckers, man, that shit is over with.
Yeah, niggas always in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what you in your feelings about, nigga, when you You know what I'm saying? You talk all that tough shit, and your feelings about some social media posting.
Yeah, it seems as though people want to control how people think, and then people also want to control how they are viewed a certain way on social media. The thing is, social media is full of trolls, and social media is comprised of more people who don't have good sense than those who do.
Trust
So
me.
you have some people that just feed off of negativity. So you coming online crying about the backlash or whatever you get, that it's just gonna make them come even harder. They not gonna have any
Exactly.
sympathy for it because now they gonna use that like how I started out the show. Now I'm finna use that to take a jab on you because like look at you crying. So now that's something else to talk about. You get what I'm saying? The best thing for people to do is just pull back. These people think that they have to be on social media and they have to interact and they have to say certain things. Do a Beyonce, just post a
Jay-Z.
picture here and there
Yeah.
and let people run wild with that. You ain't got to talk to them.
Yeah.
And one thing that celebrities got to understand, and public figures, period, you got to understand that unfortunately you're a normal person as far as the human aspect of it, but you're not regular. You
Right.
can't do everything everybody else does. It's not. It might seem unfair, but I mean, you chose a certain lifestyle, so you live under a microscope, so you can't cut up and interact the same way some other people are able to do online.
That's just the price of fame. That's just the price of being a celebrity. You know, like just like with the whole Jamie Foxx shit. They say, hey, oh, everybody in this business and shit. The nigga's a celebrity. That kind of come with the job, come with the territory. You know what I'm saying? So your whole life gonna be on display and shit. Unless you just a private motherfucker where you just don't put shit out. McNeil's ain't one of them motherfuckers.
Right,
You know
niggas, you have an option, you have a choice on whether you out there like that. You know, Boosie can't never say nothing about people in their business because he posts all his shit every day, all day.
Yeah.
Every day, all
But
day.
you got people like what's they say that dude name is Harrison, the white man can't jump. What's his name?
Woody
Harrelson.
Yeah.
They say that man real private. Man, you don't hear nothing. You don't hear
shit
nothing.
about him. Yeah, you really
Yeah.
don't.
So man, you know, Meek Mills, nigga, set your ass up and rap or whatever you be doing, Bunny Hopper.
And I'm gonna tell you what's so cold, what people don't understand, and I feel like I have mastered that in a sense. You could be very active on social media, but you could also be private, like your actual, like your real business and everything. That could be private. Like I'm very active on social media, but you really can't go through my social media and just really piece out my real life.
Right,
You get what I'm saying?
And you say how you say you mastered that. It's an art to that shit. It's an art to it.
Because you see everybody else and they sharing their family and they trips that they going on and everything, you know, they food that they cooking through, you know what I'm saying? So everybody else
every
doing
single thing.
So like you say, it's an art. You gotta kind of be intentional with that shit. You gotta intentionally, you know what I'm saying, be private with your shit.
You could share enough to, be relatable and not look like a bot online. And then also a lot of things that I share, a lot of it is past tense. Like even if I'm going somewhere, 9 times if I'm out and I done posted where I'm at, I'm already gone. You get what I'm saying? It probably be 2 or 3 days later when I decide to post up or whatever. I'm already gone, but that's neither here nor there.
Speaking of Meek Mills, real quick though, did y'all see the little the Michael Rubin White Party shit? Y'all been seeing the little pictures from that shit?
Yes.
It shit looked like it was kind of dope, man.
It looked lit.
Who was Michael Rubin?
The one that owns he owns the that sports the Fanatics. I think that's the name of it. Fanatics, where all the sports apparel or whatever. He owned it.
I thought he owned the 76ers too, or part of them.
He probably I'm sure he
probably got talking about the one he be with all the time.
Yeah, the one that had him bunny hopping and shit.
Yeah. I know him from Fanatics or whatever. And Tom Brady was there and he had on them busted up Air Force One.
Hey, that's how they rock the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's just, if they ain't like that, they ain't rocking. They ain't rocking no crispy, clean white Air Force One.
Man, Tom Brady got too much money for that. What's done happened, y'all?
Hey, did y'all see your boy Young Buck getting beat down?
I thought he was gonna he got whooped.
Oh man.
Nah, listen. I heard he was whooping Lil Sody.
Nah. Well,
and they jumped in and beat that nigga up.
Dang, what I
Yeah,
heard.
that's what I heard, man.
So,
You sleeping on Buck hands, man.
hey, no, but you know, Buck, man, he always making a left turn somewhere, man. So,
Hey,
so
man,
hey,
you know it's amazing how many goofy niggas out here, bro.
that's what I'm
They
saying, man. Hey,
like goof move after goof move after goof move.
hey, and like we was talking before, it's like, man, shit was a whole lot better when we just knew these niggas for rapping. You know
Man,
what I'm
I
saying?
want
When
to know these niggas, bro. I want to believe Young Buck is a gangster. I want to believe T.I. is a stand-up dude. I don't want to believe Freddie Eggs, Freddie Gibbs, Freddie Cheeks.
Yeah,
Take
half
pictures.
of them are, most of them are messed up like that.
Yeah. Hey, so what happened? Let me just run it down to you, since you don't know about it. I guess they was doing a show somewhere. Afro Man was doing a show somewhere. Young Buck was there. So according to Afro Man, Young Buck was on some mushrooms and some other shit, like he was fucked up type shit. He came up over to their entourage, supposedly hit somebody, swung on somebody, hit somebody or something. And then that's when Lil Soul.
I know a little more details. They said the nigga was on cocaine.
Okay, all I heard is mushrooms,
And
but yeah, go ahead.
he walked up to Lil Soul and kind of hit him in the stomach.
Right. And then that's when everybody started getting down on Buck, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? But the backstory to this shit is it's really some gang shit, because Afro Man, for people that don't know, he a 8-tray gangster crip. Afro Man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that shit. So that's what he was there with. And Young Buck supposedly a neighborhood 60s crip. So I don't know, man. Just that whole shit.
60 crib from Nashville.
That's what I was saying. You know what
But
I'm
it
saying?
happens, man. That's old news, man. It's 60s
So
and hoopers everywhere.
y'all mean to tell
These
me
niggas 50.
Young Buck was on the mushrooms thinking he on Super Mario Brothers, and he done went up and punched somebody like he fighting King Cooper? He think he understand this man in a whole simulation.
That's what happened. That's what it sounded like.
He didn't even mean it.
And then what made it seem more goofier, in his statement, he gonna end it on Rolling 60 Crip.
Like this man accidentally got his ass whooped. He didn't even mean it.
Yeah, like you say, he ended that shit, man. It was like that whole shit was just, and these niggas in their 50s and 40s and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like these ain't no young niggas.
Was there a problem before he punched the dude? That's what I
trying. I don't think it was.
Like, dude was really high in the simulation. Then hit this dude.
That's what the fuck Afro Man said.
He fighting King Cooper and then accidentally got his ass whooped.
He must have been high on some goofy shit for them to whoop the boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because there wasn't no beef prior, was it?
Yeah. No, they say everybody was cool. He was just kicking it. He just came up. He was on some other shit.
I'm telling you what happened. He was on mushrooms and he was on a coke that the mushrooms had you like, like you in a video game.
Hallucinate.
From what I heard.
Yeah. He'd be on some hallucinating shit for sure. So check this out. So speaking of somebody else, T.I. said, let me get y'all opinion on this, because I done kind of thought about this shit over the years. So T.I. said he don't remember most of his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So I guess when he performing and shit like that. So y'all ever been at a show and seen somebody like forget their lyrics and was performing some shit like that?
I don't know no whole verse to whole album I done. None of them. I don't remember.
That's because that shit always kind of amazed me though. You know what I'm saying? Going to shows and motherfuckers rap 20 songs and they just rap, you know what I'm saying, all the words. They just know all that shit.
I be impressed like a motherfucker. I seen Ice-T on another podcast and he was reciting shit when he was 15.
Yeah, I seen it.
Word for word. Nigga, I can't do none of that.
Yeah, it's like songs I've been listening to forever. I still forget that shit. It ain't like I'm performing them and shit, but you know what I mean? Shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's easy to do because it's still, the thing is, it's just based off memory. Like, yeah, they better than Patti LaBelle. You know, Patti LaBelle, she get up there and she just tell the people, hey, I don't know the words. I ain't got my card. Hold up, motherfucker. Turn the music down real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Respect it and check it.
Yeah, Patti LaBelle, she up there orchestrating the whole show. Hold on. Hold on now, Patti. At least I ain't doing that.
I feel you. Hey, what's up with your boy Kodak, man? What's going on with Kodak?
You know
Man,
what?
What y'all know? What y'all
go
know
ahead,
about
yeah.
Kodak?
This might sound crazy, and people probably be thinking I'm trying to justify some BS. But I watched a video where Kodak was in a room and he was sitting on an ottoman or a little chair looking thing or whatever. And he seemed like he may have been intoxicated or under the influence of something. But Kodak already is hard to understand when
Yeah,
he's talking, when he's rapping, right? To me, people were saying that the man was just tweaking, he need help, he on drugs, he's losing it.
right.
I actually listened to what he was saying, and to me, he was just telling a story about, he was explaining some BS that just happened where they finna lock the man up and ain't nobody told him nothing, and he was just, moving around and like showing how they did him and stuff like that. So I was like, what they saying he tweaking for? If you actually listen to what he's saying, if you could understand what he's saying, because he always hard to understand, even when he's not high.
Mm.
It just seemed like he was telling the story to me. It
Well,
didn't seem like
he
all
got
happy.
he got to quit getting dirty UAs. For me to believe it's just some story, then he keep getting drug tested and it's coming back dirty, and you run around Memphis in and out of.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I think he definitely suffers from addiction,
Yes.
and I think he need to. I want to see him free. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him
for
make
sure,
more music, man, and
for sure.
I hope he get that shit under control, man.
Yeah, hey, because Kodak one of the ones, man. You know, he one of the ones of this generation too. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers really, really respect, and you know what I'm saying. He got that. You know what I'm saying? He got that stature. You know what I'm saying? He one of the top motherfuckers in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Going in print.
And he go hard.
Yeah, before he went to jail and after he came out, he was down there even bigger. So
Like Kodak got
yeah,
classic albums.
that's what I was about to say. So I definitely want to see him keep making music. I ain't listened to his last album though. I heard that shit was some bullshit. I ain't even
The
hear it. That something about some roses or some love or some shit like that.
the one that just recently came out.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that one, but the one before that,
No, the one
music
before that was
album
hard.
of the year, posted one album of the year.
Yeah, the one before that was hard. But yeah, I've been
And
seeing.
then the one before that one, man, went crazy.
Yeah, but
But
I've been seeing him in Memphis looking crazy. You know, all at the
what he
corner
been doing in
store.
Memphis?
That's the thing, motherfuckers. Like he just there. He just there. I'm talking about
He
at the
just
store. This nigga at the liquor store with. I'm talking about in the hood with niggas holding the AR and shit just looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you know, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he'll get his shit together like you
Yeah,
said.
that
Crazy.
man high his mind. That's that
Yeah.
dope.
Cause
Yeah, that's
what the
that
fuck?
dope. Like
Because
you
what the
gotta
fuck he
be a
doing in
damn
Memphis?
fool.
In Memphis? You feel?
And what street? I need to figure out what street he was on. Because if he on Lamar, Winchester, depending on what street he was on or whatever, like
It looked like the hoodies of the hood.
Yeah, I'm talking about he was in the hood. He wasn't.
It looked like Orange Man.
Right, shit like that. So.
yeah, he tweaking. That's stupid. I'm from Memphis. I'm not going around them parts. No, that's just stupid. You like anyway. That's stupid. But I mean, since we mentioned Memphis, we might well talk about Finesse 2 Times.
What's going on with Finesse again?
Yeah, Finesse 2 Times. He stayed in the news for all the wrong reasons. So Finesse 2 Times, supposedly, you say Supreme, he got some paperwork on him.
Paperwork floating around, man, to where he might have told on his brother.
On his brother? I seen something, man. I seen something. I think it was earlier today. That so was it that white boy that put the paperwork out on him?
Jake, somebody.
Yeah, 1090 Jake, whatever.
Yeah, I listened to the
paperwork.
Yeah,
supposed to be the paperwork king or whatever. So
yeah,
damn, for real. Because I seen Finesse say something back, or I ain't actually look at it, but I saw like the little preview saying that he was going back at my man for saying some bullshit. But damn, that's well, but like you said, Preem, and like we seen with Gunna, that shit ain't gonna fucking matter at the end of the day. Niggas still gonna ride with him.
Now see with him,
this one different.
Different.
Okay, tell me why. Why is that?
He will definitely lose the certified street nigga crowd. Gunna was never no certified street. He never claimed to be that.
I get you that.
So he blowing up with the regular folks. You know what I'm saying? The street niggas who didn't fuck with him, they you know. But for next 2 times, you supposed to be this stiff stand up street nigga.
That's true.
Total G, go by the code, the law. Yeah, if that shit come back fucked up, then he might get a hit. But time and social media heals all wounds, man. So
see, y'all, I be telling y'all these niggas be lame, and then y'all like Supreme last time you told me, oh, it's a personal Memphis beef you got with for next 2 times. These niggas really be lame for real.
you might be right. You might be right
when I write about Boosie.
Man, Boosie really went outside, man.
Give me my flowers.
Hey, so speaking about snitching and paperwork and all that shit, you still got this YSL case going on. Your boy Rich Homie Quan, they got him on camera saying that, you know what I'm saying, Young Thug did some shit. He ain't say what it was specifically. He just said Young Thug. If they say he did it, he did that shit. That was his words. You know what I'm saying? And he said some more shit. This on camera.
Rich
and it's paperwork saying that it's a detective or a police officer in Young Thug's paperwork saying that Young Thug got in the back seat with him and gave him information on murders.
Yeah, I seen that too. Yeah, because they say Young Thug got paperwork on him. Yeah, this whole
the street image is being destroyed. It's all crashing down. My nigga Charleston started this wave, and it's all coming to fruition.
You see it. You starting to see it, man. So, hey, and it's legit. This is legit. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers just talking shit. So, like I say, this YSL case been going on for almost 2 years now. So, it's gonna be some more shit.
Gangsta Williams say Boosie gonna snitch. Just give it a little time.
Yeah, he gonna once that sugar get the dropping or whatever, people start saying anything got their head. So I'm tell you something, when people sugar get the dropping or whatever, they ain't gonna get him that sugar water. And what's gonna end up happening, that sugar gonna get low enough, they gonna get everything up out on. That's gonna be the truth serum.
How much you want to give me, man?
Yeah, when he get the sugar dropping and get them trembles or whatever the case may be, the man for to tell it all. I ain't gonna even be mad at Boosie, man. Get him some help. You know what I'm saying? That nigga don't need to be locked up, but he need to not do what he did. But I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy about this street stuff to me. It's they got their code and everything, but truth is, man, you out here living like that, and you know you shooting up people, and you know what I'm saying, you causing harm to people. You do need to be locked up for what you did. You get what I'm saying? But all at the same time, this whole no snitching thing, it kind of just justifies the BS, you know, and you really out here ending lives, you know, and people supposed to be hush hush about it. That ain't, you know, morally cool, but I know that that's the code in the street. Code. Mm-hmm. But this street code is really smoke and mirrors at this point.
I feel like just be talking shit just to talk shit. So speaking of that, though, speaking of New Orleans, Beyonce, all that, I know we want to get on this NDIRE, Meg Stallion. It's in NDIRE comments. What y'all think about what she said about Megan Thee Stallion performance at the Essence Fest? What y'all think about it?
Well, you know, she supposedly said that it was ended. She said something about Meg and what's her name?
Janelle Monáe.
Saying they shouldn't be so sexual at the Essence Fest.
Hold on. I got the exact quote right here. The issue is, what is context? Humanity does everything, but does everything belong on a stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? So when we as a culture make something like this the mainstream, it shows a lack of discretion. And she goes on to say, just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export our music to show us in a respectful light. I like to go on the record saying this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg. the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't debate me. I don't care. I've done this for 25 years. That's pretty much what she said.
I'm gonna let the Asian handle it.
What India Ari said, it makes sense. I understand what she meant. However, what Meg did, her performance, that's Meg. Like, if you book Meg, don't get mad at Meg for coming on the stage being Meg. They book Meg. Yeah, she acting like Meg pulled the little mom and just ran on the stage. So you want Meg to come dressed like the Amish? If you want to be mad at somebody, don't direct your comment to Meg. Direct your comment to the people who book Meg. Because when Meg coming with them knees. That's Meg. Now, when we talking about Janelle Monáe, we used to her being the Monopoly man, Chris Brown, James Brown or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Get on the good foot. You know what I'm saying? We recognize her as that. She been more modest and more covered up or whatever. She has the right to express her sexuality. She does. If that's how she want to do, she has the right to express her sexuality in her music, you know, in her performances and all of that kind of stuff. Where you fuck up at and where I draw the line is when you push the envelope and you start raising your shirt up, showing your areola to the crowd.
So that's what happened.
Now,
okay,
yeah,
I was wondering.
She really did pull her top up and show her bird.
For what?
You know what I'm saying? Areola and stuff. And
Well, that's part of her.
the titties.
That's part of her. What's it called? Movement she got. What's the name of this shit?
Whatever. The non-binary movement.
It's some.
It's free to titties, or you can't tell me what to do with my body.
Yeah, type shit.
But my thing is when it comes to
pleasure.
When it comes to
pleasure.
When it comes to
pleasure movement.
When it comes to that, what I'm saying, when it comes to that, yes, we booked Janelle Monáe to be Janelle Monáe, but we didn't book for you to flash the crowd.
Yeah, that's great.
You get what I'm saying? Now you going too far, you're doing way too much. So I feel like India Ari comment in its sense, I don't have in the essence of the comment, I don't have a problem with it, but it needs to be compartmentalized because Meg ain't do no wrong. She just came and she was Meg. Janelle Monáe, you done went and did too much. You know, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I like titties. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that because don't just throw something on me like that because after a while you're almost what is it called? Indecent exposure, actually.
Yeah, that's true. And
you fuck being freaky, you actually being offensive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the part I didn't like about it because it's offensive. Like, who in the hell come to a show just to watch a performance and you whipping out your titties and all that old kind of stuff? You doing way too much. And Janelle Monáe, she needs to calm down because she did too quick of a shift and trying to be sexy and all of that. And people, and even though it's been in her music or whatever, it takes time for people to kind of that core audience that she has for them to kind of like get into it. And then to be honest with you, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Some people don't have a certain type of sex appeal though. Janelle, whatever she do, she could show all her titties. She could do whatever she want to do. She don't have a certain type of sex appeal. She still have a masculine type of energy about herself. So it don't even go
disagree
over
with that. After that last video, it's like, no.
That last video, you just like
that appeal is there.
Even that last video to me, it was looking forced to me. I didn't really care for it. I didn't care for the imagery.
Yeah, too bad.
Too many dildos, dicks, and it's just like, come on, you're overdoing it.
I ain't
seen no.
I heard about it.
I ain't seen no dildos and dicks.
She was in the bed with the dildo, Supreme. See, your mind is so warped because all the bullshit going on. Only thing you see is ass. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on in that
I,
video. You don't see number ass.
I ain't said, but I heard about it. But like you said before that, even before that video, like you said, she did have a certain like kind of masculine energy about it. You know what I'm saying? But I think she was kind of doing that on purpose too. You know what I'm saying? So and like you said too, when it comes to the show, not only is it some indecent exposure shit, but you trying to push your movement on everybody else's
Yeah,
there. You know
and
what I'm
it's
saying?
fake. Like Janelle Monáe, she fake as fuck. Like even when she went on the Breakfast Club, the man asked her a simple question. She want to start burning Paleo Santo, and it's like, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Put that wood down. And cause she done came out before and she done said something about you know, women showing too much or doing too much. She done made a statement before. Now all of a sudden you realize this the wave and this finna kick off your career or whatever. So now you doing it. I hope
No fighting with it this way.
Hey, but India Reese, he was facing a lot of criticism for even speaking out on that shit too, though. So, hey.
Yeah, India. To be honest with you, I had no problem with what she was saying, but it was just. I'm gonna tell you how it come off as hating, because there has been bigger fish to fry that she hadn't spoken out on. But now all of a sudden you want to speak out. Oh, they're too sexual. While you wrapped up in these curtains and bed sheets and shit, and you probably holding your head wrapped. So who are you talking to? Because you know what I'm saying, you taking dick all kinds of ways too. We all get fucked up one pants leg and down the other one. So you're not fooling me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she probably be a bull dagger.
Never know.
Quiet as it's kept. But you know what I'm saying? That's just my assumption, allegedly. But I'm like, girl, bye. And I've been doing this for 25 years. Doing what? Not being no damn spokesperson. And she tried to pull a rank when she said that. Yeah, I've been doing this for 25 years, right. So I know you ain't been doing what they doing for 25 years.
Yeah, you ain't been on your knees twerking.
Yeah, you ain't got no damn mega knees. Sit your old ass down.
Brown skin.
You know I love your brown skin. I don't know where yours begins. And then I thought she was messing with David Bounty at one at one point. I know he was hitting her with that logger. So sit down somewhere, India Ari. Quit hating on these people. But not all seriousness though, she wasn't all the way wrong. It just came off. I could see why people had you know what I'm saying, issue with it.
For sure.
But you know, Uncle Luke even came out about Janelle Monáe and was like, what is she doing? What's going on? And they start dragging Uncle Luke.
Yeah,
he made derogatory music.
Your ass up, Luke.
Oh, for real? I didn't see what he said.
And that's too, people was mad at Luke. And that's the same thing. It's like people was mad at Luke because they was like, what is he doing? What is he doing saying something? Got to keep in mind, Uncle Luke degraded the women that allowed him to degrade them. So even if there's men out there that degrade women, there are certain women that, you know what I'm saying, conduct them a certain type of way that they have a level of respect for. So yeah, he degraded the women that allowed themselves to be degraded. He couldn't do it by himself. He ain't put no gun up to nobody's head. So you're mad at Uncle Luke, or you're mad at them bitches that let him do it. Y'all, did y'all listen to that little Uzi Vert album?
I listened to it. Now listen, I ain't never listened to a Uzi Vert song, album in my life that I knew that was Uzi Vert. I ain't never intentionally listened, because I always thought he was on some weirdo shit. So I ain't never even really wanted. But for some reason, I've been hearing a lot of shit about this album. You know what I'm saying? I heard him recently on a couple of features. So I'm like, and I've seen a lot of people fuck with him. A lot of people fuck with Uzi, like legit motherfuckers in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, man, let me check this shit out. And shit, surprisingly, I was fucking with it. Like I ain't like the few rock songs he had on there, but to me it sounded like I ain't like the rock. I can't.
Man, that's the part I loved about it.
But to me it almost sounded like a Future album to me, like a Future, or kind of like mixed with a Drake album or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Surprisingly, this shit surprised me. It caught me off guard. I was fucking with it.
What you thought about it, Supreme, with your tight lip stuff?
I thought that's not my cup of tea. I ain't like this shit. I mean, I'm all for the younger rappers doing their thing, but motherfucker got jammed for me, man, and it just didn't. I don't fuck with that little shit like that. Ain't my thing. I ain't like the album. I ain't like one song with that motherfucker. I ain't listen to like 20 something motherfucking songs of her.
Right.
So yeah, I think I made it to like 13, and that's when I was like, Easy must have been on one when he heard the shit.
And
So,
been a lot of motherfuckers saying it. That's why.
I didn't like Gunna album, and I fuck with Gunna.
I
I ain't
I
like
haven't even heard Gunna album yet.
And to me, I think this is better than Gunna album to me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure because Uzi dope. Uzi is
It surprised me. It surprised me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like people used to drag me because I always like Uzi, especially like the Uzi show. Oh, I love me some little Uzi.
Now I fuck with Lil Yachty for
I fuck
sure.
with him too. I fuck with Yachty too for sure.
I think the last song I heard by did Lil Yachty do his Cold as Minnesota or something like that, or Broccoli or something?
Something like that.
I think it was both of them was his song, but Lil Yachty, it was something that it gets cold as Minnesota or something. If you listen enough, it's stupid. It was stupid, but it was catchy and it was funny.
It was jamming.
But I can't sit and listen to Lil Yachty. The thing is, for me, is different artists is for different things. And I like when you have some people that are rappers, you have some people that are entertainers, and you have some people that are artists.
Rock stars. Some people
you really don't necessarily know what you like. If you got somebody that's an artist, they could come with anything. Uzi is an artist. So if you listening to Uzi music and you're looking at, I need him to be this rapper that's gonna make me do certain things I'm used to, like certain rappers doing, it's not gonna happen because he's more, artistic. He is a little weird and all over the place with it, but it's sonically and everything is dope. I like it.
Hey, and I ain't even gonna lie to you.
And he really be saying some shit though if you listen.
Yeah. It was a couple times listening to the shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga sound like Jeezy. It was a couple times I said the nigga sound like Jeezy.
And Supreme, he had your boy Charleston White on the I think the name of the song is Suicide Doors, Charleston White on the intro.
I heard
that's a big look, and I think that that was really dope how he did it. And then he had another song, I forget the name of it, where he was kind of, speaking to the critics, where people trying to tell him he gay and all that. He's talking about, I be fucking all these bitches and fuck. And how you gonna call me gay?
And that was like that. That's the kind of thing that kind of made me keep listening to it, because it was like that in a few songs where he talking about how you fucking all these bitches and shit. So I'm like, okay, he ain't on no other shit like that,
No, he ain't, because what people don't know, like Uzi. See, I like Uzi, so I used to be in the business. Uzi used to have all kinds of shit going on with women going back and forth and getting into it and all that. He really, JT going upside his head. She shouldn't have did it, but that nigga know she know that nigga got hoes, like for real. That's why she say don't play with me, because she know he really, that guy. And you got to keep in mind, he's rich.
Right.
He's popular. He's that dude, or they, or whatever the hell he identified, whatever. Anybody, would probably, choose up on Uzi, because he the moment right now.
I feel that for sure.
Yeah. But anyway, y'all ready to what we want to do? Y'all want to get into recess, or y'all want to get into the main topic first?
See, we've been rolling, ain't we?
Yeah, we've been just going. Y'all want to do recess?
Let's do recess.
Okay, let's go to recess. I need a break. I need to break up the monotony a little bit. let me calm down. I done shook my titties. I don't want NDI to be pissed at me. You know what I'm saying? Look at the podcast, people shaking titties. We don't need this type of shit going down on Martin Luther King's internet shit. Yes, indeed. So they done found that booger sugar in the White House, child. I know Donald Trump is having him a whole good time talking about this shit. They say the people done found booger sugar in the White House.
What happened, Breen? Do you know the details?
Man, they seen some white substance and they thought it was some anthrax or some shit.
Right.
So they shut the motherfucking, you know how they do it. Hazmat team. Let's go, terrorist attack. So they went to go test the white powdery substance. That shit come back as nasal dust.
Oh, they just should have sent the canines in.
National candy. So yeah, man. Somebody in the White House blowing powder, man. So, I'm not like again, man. I sound like a broken record. I'm not shocked by a motherfucking thing in 2023. Until I die, I will not be shocked by anything. It's always some powder shit revolving around the Bidens and his son. His son is a well known, crack
Crackhead.
smoker.
Crackhead.
So, man, one thing, man, it's not shocking because motherfuckers get high.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers get high, man. My partner told me, man, he said, pay attention to white people. Like, if we just out in the mall walking, they're all high. Look at them, they all high. He say on the CNNs, the ES, all of them, they're high on
he's
something.
right about that
Hell
because
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of them be doing. They real good for. Not only do they be high, they be on different type of stuff we ain't even heard about yet. You know what I'm saying? They be 2 steps ahead. Like a lot of them microdose and do them shrooms.
They do them shrooms. They on prescriptions. Some of them can't get up without Xanax and Percocets. That's who on them.
Yeah.
You think they keep that shit alive because the streets? No, it's the regular motherfuckers in there buying this shit, man, and they own it, man. So in the White House, man, they having a good old party, man.
It's going down, man. Hey, like you said, Prem, though, the shit don't surprise me, like not one bit. And for especially since his son is a straight up fiend, approving, you know what I'm saying, dope fiend, crackhead type motherfucker. So, you know what I'm saying? They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They haven't found out or said whose it was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But still, at the same time, for motherfuckers just to find some,
they're gonna have little private meetings and tell everybody tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's it been going on. Man, listen, Trump was in the White House, nigga. So Powder was going through that motherfucker heavy when he was in that bitch, powder and strippers. That's what I said when the nigga got elected. I'm like, it's gonna be all kind of powder and strippers in the White House. When that motherfucker Trump was in that bitch, he sitting back laughing now because he ain't get caught with the shit.
Like DA just said, man, these same with the politicians. They regular people. Man. Just like that, they get up and they need to function on some dope. Like the motherfucker, around the corner is functioning on some dope. Except, you know what I'm saying? So,
nigga, that's just what they do, nigga. Like I said, I done worked around a lot of them motherfuckers, and that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? If you done been around motherfuckers shit, like that's just it's just as normal for them to have done that shit and do that shit as it is for us to sit up here and you know what I'm saying, blow up.
Now that I think about it,
you know what I'm saying?
Every person with them folks that I didn't work with, they was on dope. Everyone.
Yeah, they fight with that shit heavy. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what they do. It's just like smoking weed to them almost. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know what I'm saying, it's a big thing now because that fentanyl getting mixed in with that shit. So a lot of these like politicians and they kids is ODing. They had some rich politicians, kids out here just OD, like 2 of their daughters and shit. So hey, you know what I'm saying? So it's starting to be a bigger thing now. You know what I'm saying? So this shit could turn out to be something bigger than just finding powder in the White House. You know what I'm saying? It could be, they could spin it, you know what I'm saying, some other kind of way. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to. So that's crazy.
That's crazy. But to be honest with you, I thought it probably would already be in there. I know.
Oh no, it's been in there.
That people doing it. I think they just probably got too high and didn't get to put it back where it was supposed to have been.
Yeah, they probably got a whole big ass. Ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? They probably keep that shit in there, like wine, like a wine cellar.
Yes, indeed. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this main topic about whether or not there is some type of connection to mass shootings in hip hop.
Yeah.
This, they didn't tie mass shootings in with regular hood shit at first.
They didn't tie it in with what your thing broke up.
Am I straight now?
Yeah.
You remember mass shootings was just a white man shooting up a lot of people.
Your thing keep breaking up, Supreme.
No, he good. I hear that must be it. They all
So
good.
yeah, man. You got it's two different types of mass shootings. You
Okay.
got the crazy motherfucker that go to school shooting up motherfuckers and
Right.
churches and grocery stores, and then you got the regular hood shit where a couple people get shot up doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think definitely the gun violence in our community and hip hop definitely has a connection because a lot of these rappers rap about shooting people every day, all day, every song, and children from shit, the time they know what the fuck he's saying is listen to this shit all day long.
Yeah.
So if you listen to sliding on your ops all day, when you get a strap, you can slide on your ops. So yeah, man, gun violence and hip hop, man, it's has a connection, man, for sure. Influence, connection. Uh, it's ugly out here, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like and when you take it back, you could even take it back to the '90s with Music to Drive By. Motherfucking MC8 called his most wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like that was that era when drive-by started being a thing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't think before that it wasn't really a thing like that. You know what I'm saying? But when that shit started coming out, music to drive-by and all that West Coast shit, because the niggas was doing drive-bys out there, that shit just kind of caught on. So now you got the young niggas, which I was saying last week, the fucking fruit didn't fail from the tree. They always talking about spinning the block. We spinning the block and we gonna spin it again. You feel what I'm saying? And whoever out there, they you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Your mama, your kids, your grandma, nigga, whoever out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's in the music. You feel what I'm saying? And so of course it's definitely correlation. You know what I'm saying? And the kind of thing that maybe bring this up too was, you just seen the whole situation in Kansas with Mozzie. You feel what I'm saying? Even though you know what I'm saying, allegedly he wasn't involved in whatever the fuck happened, but you know what I'm saying, it was a concert. A few motherfuckers got shot. I think it was 2 or 3 motherfuckers got killed at Mozzie concert, and he got arrested for the shit. You know what I'm saying? Him, a couple other rappers, and his bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, Sally Root.
yeah, Sally Rue and a few other motherfuckers. But you know what I'm saying? That shit is almost normal though. You feel what I'm saying? Like at shows or concerts or just in the hood, period. You know what I'm saying? For some shit to get shot up. You feel what I'm saying? I was a real, you know what I'm saying? I was a real clubbing motherfucker a long time ago. And that shit it always been like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm talking about motherfuckers shooting in that bitch, motherfuckers shooting outside at the door, motherfuckers shooting in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? So, and I guess the question you got to ask is, does that shit happen with other genres? You know what I'm saying? You don't hear about that shit happening at jazz clubs, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe some low key, you know what I'm saying, lounges and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's always basically some rap shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, to me it's definitely a connection for sure. What you think, DH?
I I mean, for me, I could see the connection. I definitely could see the connection when it pertains to like smaller venues and things like that, and certain things happening, in isolated sockets or whatever. But when I think about, you know, those big stuff that get on CNN and all that, I don't think it's a connection to that. Because the reason why I don't feel like it's a connection to that is because that's really not in our music. That's not the type of stuff that we be talking about. It's more us versus each other. It's not a thing where we finna just slide on the whole event or something like that. Like an event might end up being a casualty of war because you're after a certain person. So, the whole place could get sprayed up because of that, but the intention is different. So I could see how it could be some type of connection as far as us versus us, but on a massive level, I don't really see it unless it's just inadvertently happening because of where the person might see them on site at. That's how I feel about it.
I feel you. I feel you. 'Cause I was thinking about too, like the two of the events that happened this past weekend. which was one in Fort Worth, you know what I'm saying, and the other one in Baltimore, which is basically like some block party type shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And you know, so even the block parties, and that, like I said, that's going back all the way as far as I can remember. This shit always been going on. You know what I'm saying? But I think another thing now too different is, you know, these guns and shit. You got these switches, and everybody got choppers, and everybody got drums, 100-round drums. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the numbers is so much bigger now. You feel what I'm saying? There's 30 motherfuckers getting shot as opposed to where it might have been 10. One motherfucker might have died. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody got choppers and shit. You feel?
The rappers even rap about shaming people who don't have enough clips, who don't have enough ammunition. You ain't got no switcher. You ain't no real stepper. So yeah, man, it's there, man. Connection is undeniably there. Shout out to my boy Deron, man. He got hit up in that little shit out here in Fort Worth, man, but he's recovering real well. He should be out the hospital tomorrow.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, because man, that's just hood, like house parties. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit, man. And it's usually, like I said, it ain't necessarily rapper's party or some shit like that, but that's what the fuck they playing. And it's usually some, you know what I'm saying?
And it seems more vicious. It just seems more vicious and cruel to these days. Like one of the victims out here, man, she running and they walk her down. She running.
What?
She running. And they, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Yeah,
18,
right there.
18 years old.
That's when it just gets too much. And it be too much. Like, I'm not one of these people, and this gonna sound crazy. I don't promote no BS. But I'm one of those people that I'm not an all thing positive person. And there's a time and a place for all things. There's a time for love and there's a time for war. And I don't back down for either one of them, you know. So when there's a time for war, it has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just even when like certain countries and stuff, when they finna go to war with each other, there's certain protocol. There's still even rules of going to war. You get what I'm saying? They're just like, hey, you
rules of engagement.
Yeah. So it's like different. It's ways to do that. That's just like even when I was coming up, y'all could probably attest to this. It was a thing where even if you were fighting somebody, if they get on the ground, pull them back up.
Stomp them.
No, it was for us. It was pull them back up because I want a fair fight. I want to fight you on your feet. You get what I'm saying? Right. Now you might get jumped on your feet. You know what I'm saying? If you fall down again, you might get stomped while you down there or whatever the case may be. But the rule was get them. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it is, yeah, I don't even fight fair. But what happened is it'll be one of these things where let's say for instance the zero thing.
Right.
When he was brought up in a fetal position, even though he got whooped, and we like, dang, but you almost looking at the people who jumped him worse than looking at him because y'all did this while this man was down. Y'all didn't let him get back on his feet. So I just said that just an analogy to there's rules and there should be rules and regulations and ways to even go about if you beefing or you weren't at war with somebody. Like back in the day, I remember, you know, it used to be a thing where we at war with each other. Don't mess with the women. Don't mess with the kids. Ain't no shooting in the crowd, all that kind of stuff or whatever the case may be. You just, you know, it's you and that person. Like and then if you see the kids there, if you see the women there, they on the porch, this ain't your time to get them. You got to ride by. Y'all got to see each other. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just, it's the battlefield. Meet me at the battlefield. These people make every place the battlefield, and it ain't how it's supposed to go. Like you were saying in the beginning, the age, like countries sign treaties and shit. Like, okay, we go to war, we don't hit the hospitals. We don't bomb the school. We don't bomb your sewage, your water for people can't have water. So,
Yeah, man. It's anything goes in 2023.
Yeah, they ain't got no proper protocols or procedures, but they swear they some soldiers.
Hey, and that's the other thing, Prem. Like I posted that shit. I posted that shit on your post the other day. Like these young motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Like they'll see that shit right in front of their face. They be like, "Cause the old girl was
Hey,
like, shit, I don't give a fuck. I had fun."
and
Like
girl,
motherfuckers do.
that's one of the main pull-up customers, man. My little
Hey,
partner, man.
but check it out though. Check it out. I feel that when I was well, I don't know how old she is, but when I was young, you know what I'm saying? When I was in my
She about
teens,
22.
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. In my teens, in my early 20s, I was the same way because it's a motherfucking park out here called Chandler Park. They call that motherfucker Scanlon Park. That's how cold it was. So motherfuckers used to shoot at that bitch every day. I was at that bitch every day. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? Kind of fun. Like motherfuckers shooting at that bitch. Motherfuckers get killed at that bitch all the time. And they eventually shut that bitch down, but I was there all the time. You know what I'm saying? And now looking back, I'm like, man, that shit dumb as hell, stupid as hell. Now I'm looking at young motherfuckers saying the same thing that I was saying back then. How stupid they look and shit. Well, yeah, man. So, hey, man, you know, like just to wrap that whole topic up, you know what I'm saying? Shit, it ain't. Is it a solution? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's been going on all my life, and it's just getting worse. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, for everybody out there watching, man, just protect your neck, man. Protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the thing I say is, hey, I stay the fuck out the way these days. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
You got to.
That's the best thing you could do. You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. So with that being said, let us get into this hip hop trivia question. This week's hip hop trivia question is: which hip hop artist shot his older brother when he was 12? Again, which hip hop artist shot his older brother when he was 12?
We got the school post. We doing the school post.
Oh, we ain't do the school post.
Let's do the trivia.
Okay, let's go ahead and answer the trivia since we own it, and we'll just end it with the school post.
Yeah, let's do it. So
my guess is Kevin Gates.
Nope. Gotta go back further.
You say older brother, man.
Brother Lynch.
Give us a hint. Like what era? What years was it?
This
80s?
person came out in the 90s.
Was he infamous or notorious for being?
It was another hint, man.
What region?
Yeah, what region?
From the East Coast. Let me give y'all a hint. Let me see. Let me give y'all a hint without giving it away. Let me see how clever I can get. I might be retarded like this. Let me see. We talked about him earlier in the show. Something related to him in the show.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, Yep.
What he shoot that man for?
I don't know, man. Gotta look it up.
So you got the trivia question and not the reason.
I answered the question. The question
That's
is
not how trivia goes, Supreme. That's
you don't have to add no commentary to it.
You gotta explain. You gotta break it down.
Man, Jay-Z shot his brother when he was 12. That's the answer to the question. He did something, made him pull the trigger and pop him.
Okay, so you ain't got the knowledge. You ain't got the science.
Look, man, 2 + 2 is 4. I can't tell you how I got there or who made it what. 2 + 2 is 4. Jay-Z shot his older brother when he was 12, man. Look it up, do some research.
Mathematics all fucked up.
Yeah, what is it? Wisdom, all been born to culture.
Do the math, God.
Yeah, I just did the math. God.
Peace, Queen.
Supreme Rock.
That's now Cypher.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, with that being said, y'all go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, share the video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
The Hip Hop School, Past and Present Podcast.